Hello, in this video I gathered the most interesting news in the crypto world in the last 24 hours. Kraken Exchange terminates its operations in Japan. Cryptocurrency exchange Kraken said it will deregister with the Financial Services Agency of Japan, FSA, as a crypto asset exchange operator starting January 31, 2023. In a statement to users, the Kraken team said it has decided to cease operations in Japan as of January 31, 2023. The decision was part of Kraken's global strategy to prioritize investing resources where they are best suited for the exchange's long-term success. In early December, management at cryptocurrency exchange Kraken announced plans to cut 1,100 employees, about 30% of the site's total workforce. Mango Markets hacker arrested on fraud charges. The hacker behind the exploit of the decentralized Mango Markets exchange that caused $110 million in damages was arrested in Puerto Rico and charged with market manipulation and fraud. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, accused Avraham Eisenberg of knowingly and intentionally participating in a scheme involving the artificial manipulation of the price of perpetual futures contracts on the Mango Markets cryptocurrency exchange. Earlier, Eisenberg publicly admitted to attacking the Mango cryptocurrency exchange, saying he was involved in a team that used a highly profitable trading strategy. He said he believed all of his actions were legitimate actions in the open market. The FBI, however, has a different legal assessment of Eisenberg's actions. FBI Special Agent in Charge Brandon Ratch said Eisenberg knew his actions were illegal because the day after the Mango Markets exploit, Eisenberg flew from the United States to Israel. According to a statement from the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Eisenberg was arrested December 26 in Puerto Rico. In November, Eisenberg attempted to repeat his high-yield trading strategy, this time attacking the decentralized finance, DeFi, RV protocol. However, the plan failed. He lost millions of dollars as a result of the price manipulation maneuver, as the price actually rose during the attack, resulting in losses due to a significant short position. Senator Pat Toomey, the collapse of FTX doesn't mean the entire cryptocurrency industry is defeated. Pennsylvania Senator Pat Toomey said that the collapse of cryptocurrency exchange FTX does not speak to the defeat of the entire digital asset industry, so regulators should not impose a ban on them. Speaking to the U.S. Senate Banking Committee, Pat Toomey acknowledged that the FTX exchange situation was one of the tipping points in the history of cryptocurrencies, which drew the attention of regulators from around the world. Many believe that because of the FTX fiasco, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, may ban crypto assets altogether. However, Senator Toomey does not share this view. He explained that the misconduct of FTX management should not be an indictment of the entire industry. According to him, the unauthorized use of customer assets and defrauding investors is outrageous and unacceptable. However, it is about the mishandling of crypto assets, so you can't attribute what happened to cryptocurrencies and the software on which they function. The senator added that lawmakers must understand the difference between offenses committed by individuals and an innovative technology that makes no sense to ban. According to Toomey, those who propose to ban cryptocurrencies are deeply misguided. He compared such proposals to draconian measures with harsh penalties. They would only lead to tech companies relocating to other jurisdictions. Therefore, the politician suggested that Congress should not impose bans on cryptocurrencies, but provide more clarity on their regulation in order to avoid incidents like FTX. This would allow people to trade on regulated cryptocurrency exchanges and provide confidence in the industry, Toomey said. Last week, the senator introduced a bill to regulate stable coin issuers. Toomey believes that stable cryptocurrencies could fundamentally change the payments industry. FBI, cryptocurrency fraudsters are most active during the holidays. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, issued a warning that cryptocurrency fraudsters become most active during the holidays, when people feel especially lonely. Public Affairs Officer Frank Fisher said that criminals are increasingly using the so-called pig butchering scheme, where the scammer gains the trust of the victim through communication with them, and then asks them to invest in crypto assets and abscond with them. The office urged to be wary of people who start actively. The government of the Marshall Islands has passed a law on decentralized autonomous organizations, which gives DAOs the right to register as legal entities. For the first time in the world's legal practice, a law was passed giving decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, the status of legal entities, provided that they identify themselves as DAO LLC, Limited Liability Company. Legislatively, DAO will be divided into non-profit organizations and organizations established for profit. The voting processes of DAOs and the unique governance structure have been legally recognized. Procedures for legal registration of DAOs in the Marshall Islands were transferred to the local law firm MIDAO. The government also established an investment fund to create a cadre of individuals knowledgeable about DAOs. In 2020, the Marshall Islands announced plans to launch a national digital currency and chose the Algorand Foundation as its technology partner. TPCI seeks injunction against release of Pokémon-related NFTs. An Australian court has granted a petition by Pokémon Company International, TPCI, demanding that the firm KOTIOTA Studio not release Pokémon-themed NFTs. According to court documents, KOTIOTA Studio of Parramatta, a suburb of Sydney, is positioning itself as a Pokémon company. Its management sent out numerous letters to news outlets claiming that KOTIOTA Studio should be considered the developer of the Pokémon. KOTIOTA said it was developing Pokémon Violet and Pokémon Scarlet games, and was also working on the release of non-interchangeable tokens, NFTs, associated with the Pokémon franchise. TPCI has petitioned a federal court in Australia to prohibit KOTIOTA from releasing any collectible tokens that resemble Pokémon characters. In their deposition, TPCI representatives outlined the history of the brand's origins and development, stating that the company had decided to abandon the idea of launching NFTs despite the growing popularity of digital collectibles. TPCI claims that related companies, the Pokémon Company, Nintendo of America, Inc. Limited, would suffer substantial damages if the defendants released the games and NFTs they are currently working on. The court granted TPC's claim, finding the company's claims reasonable. Some members of the NFT industry believe that the Pokémon shortage would run counter to the developer's vision. However, other NFT supporters believe that Pokémon-themed tokens could outperform even the Bored Monkeys from the Bored Ape Yacht Club (BAYC) collection. Minecraft developers also do not support the use of blockchain and NFT in games, believing that speculation with tokens will distract users from gameplay. In November, GTA developer Rockstar Games also spoke out against the introduction of collectible tokens in its products. Midas Investment announces it is discontinuing operations. Cryptocurrency platform Midas Investment notified users about the working capital deficit of $63 million and announced the termination of activities. Midas CEO Yakov Levin, in a statement to platform users, said that the decision to cease operations was made after incurring a loss of $50 million. The head of Midas specified that the liquidity situation has deteriorated significantly after the events with Celsius and FTX, when the platform was withdrawn from more than 60% of previously placed assets. As of December 27, Midas had total liabilities of $115 million in Bitcoin, BTC, Ether, ETH, and stablecoin. The platform's current assets are at about $52 million, creating a deficit of $63 million. Levin said Midas will rebalance its users' accounts by deducting 55% of the rewards earned. The move will allow customers to retain and withdraw 45% of their original investment. Earlier, analyst firm Crypto Compare published a report on the cryptocurrency industry, noting that the market will take some time to fully recover from the collapse of the FTX exchange. LegalRocks, Venezuelan banks freeze accounts of dozens of crypto traders. Banks in Venezuela have blocked more than 75 accounts used for cryptocurrency transactions since the end of last year, according to LegalRocks. According to a publication by Ana Ojeda, CEO of LegalRocks, a company specializing in blockchain and cryptocurrencies, local banks are beginning to tighten controls on the accounts of customers who make peer-to-peer cryptocurrency transactions. They are also converting cryptocurrencies into fiat money and back. Ojeda noted that the use of bank accounts to exchange money for crypto assets should not be considered a valid reason for blocking. However, if there are sufficient indications that the funds may be related to illegal activity, banks have grounds to freeze customer accounts. The same applies to transactions on cryptocurrency exchanges that are not authorized by Venezuela's National Directorate of Crypto Assets and Related Transactions, SUNACRIP. These transactions could be considered suspicious and an investigation could be initiated, the lawyer writes. According to Ojeda, during 2022 the exchange of stablecoins through P2P platforms became quite common due to the economic crisis and the high level of devaluation of the Venezuelan bolivar. people in Venezuela consider stablecoins to be an effective means of protecting their savings from inflation. According to Chainalysis, Venezuela has become the leading country in Latin America in the use of stable coins. Bank accounts linked to cryptocurrency transactions are being frozen in other countries as well. Last year, Pakistan blocked the bank accounts of 1,064 cryptocurrency traders, and in May Iranian authorities froze more than 9,000 accounts of cryptocurrency traders. Sam Bankman-Fried's bailout has sparked Alameda wallet activity. Cryptocurrency analysts noticed that after the co-founder of FTX exchange was released from the US prison on bail of $250 million, withdrawals from the wallets of affiliated company Alameda Research began. Members of the cryptocurrency community discovered that Alameda wallets began withdrawing funds in ETH. The funds were then exchanged for USDT, passed through mixes and exchanges to hide the source of the funds. For example, more than 600 Ethers from Alameda wallets were transferred to some unidentified address, some of these funds were exchanged for Tether stablecoins, and another was sent to ChangeNow exchanger to buy Bitcoins. According to a cryptocurrency analyst under the pseudonym ZachXBT, in addition to ChangeNow, the fixed float platform was used. These platforms are often used by hackers and scammers to hide the sources of funds. The community was divided on who the author of the suspicious transactions was. Some felt that the MO was too similar to standard hacker activity. Others noted that, given Sam Bankman-Fried's identity, it's quite possible he was the one making the transfers. As a reminder, Bankman-Fried was released on $250 million bail. The FTX co-founder provided not crypto assets but his parents' house to secure the bail. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. This will motivate me to make each video better and better. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.